Hi guys, and welcome back to Momma Jess Knits. I'm Jess, coming to you from Virginia, and you will notice that my location is just a little bit different today because I am sitting in our living room. We got a new couch, and it is massive, and I am not done rearranging the living room, and we put our old couch and everything in the dining room for now until we can find somebody to help us haul it out of here. So, I am not in the dining room recorded. I am in my living room sitting on the new massive couch. Today is March the 16th. I am about 3 weeks behind on podcasting, and I apologize for that. It's just been crazy, and I think I say that every single episode, but it has been busy, it has been crazy, and I'm sure some of you guys are feeling that also with I don't know if your state or country or whatever has had the schools shut down for a minimum of 2 weeks. I have a friend whose school is shut down for 4 weeks. We are shut down right now for 2 weeks at least. And our spring break happened to fall within those 2 weeks. So, anyway, things are a little bit busy. You will probably hear lots of background noise at my house because all my kids are home because we have been shut down, or the schools have been. So we are inside staying put, and you probably... Well, I'm sure hear Bear and Sophie fighting or playing, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, moving right along into the podcast. Now that I've spent like 2 minutes of rambling. You can find me at Momma Jess Knits on Ravelry and Instagram. I have a Facebook group called Momma Jess Knits. And then I have a Ravelry group called Momma Jess Knits Podcast. Or you can email me at mommajessKnits@gmail.com. So, I'm going to jump right into it, because I have a lot to show. I'm going to show you my finished objects. I finished my Hippo for Valentine's socks that I was working on. And the yarn is by Lolodidit, and it's Hippos for Valentine's 2019. I can't remember if I said this on my last podcast or not. I am going to try to do a box of socks for myself, which I know I've mentioned the box of socks, but I'm also going to try to do a regular box of socks and then a box of socks made out of just the Hippo yarns by Lolodidit. So right now I have 2 pairs in my box of socks for my Hippo socks, box of socks. And I'm going to show you the 3rd pair that I'm working on here in a minute. I'm having to change finished objects from those sock blockers to, put my next finished object on the sock blockers, because I tried to put them on the other sock blockers and they look ridiculous because I have big feet, and my other sock blockers are for blocking some of my children's socks that are they're adult size feet, but they're still quite a bit smaller than mine. So my next project, or finished object, are my whimsical socks. This yarn right here, the Speckledy, is Organized Chaos Yarns in the colorway Whimsical, and it's 75% merino wool, 25% nylon, And the hot pink that I used is Pucker by Knit Picks. So my 10-year-old picked out, or helped me pick out, I had narrowed it down to a couple different yarns, and she helped me pick out this pair, or this skein of yarn. And so I'm going to make her a matching pair of socks to match these. So mine are done. Yay! I just love them. I think they're adorable. A little bright, but adorable. So anyway, I'm going to, sooner or later, cast on the same sock, but for my 10-year-old. And she has the smallest feet in the house, so I'm pretty certain I'm going to have just plenty of yarn left to make her a pair, because like I said, her feet are a lot smaller. I know for sure I have tons of pucker left, because I still have this and another skein. And then I've got, you can't really see it very well because I have it in my little sock ball holder. But I've got a good chunk of the Whimsical left also. So, Organized Chaos was one of the yarns that I bought. And I said that I was going to buy some yarns that I haven't tried before and review them on my podcast. So, my review for this yarn, I absolutely loved it. I had no issues with it, no splitting. It's super soft. I love the colors in it. Super fast shipping, although I will admit on the super fast shipping, part of that is because she's semi-local to me. She lives in the same state. But anyway, I really like the yarn, and I will definitely be buying more yarn from there whenever I get off my yarn diet, which I'll explain in a little bit. Now, that is all of the items I have finished in 3 weeks. Or at least that I can remember that I finished in 3 weeks. Because let's be honest, it's been 3 weeks. So now I'm going to move along to things, works in progress. Things I'm working on. Sorry guys, I'm frantically trying to find my pen so I can mark off what I talk about, and so I don't miss anything or repeat. Alright. So, one of the things I'm working on is I'm doing a pair of socks for a friend of mine, but I need them to try that on. So I've gotten all the way to the toe of one sock, or at least I believe it's the toe of one sock. They have big feet. So I've put this just on my needle and just waiting to try them on. And while doing that, I decided to go ahead and start. Sorry, I got a mess over here, tangle-wise. I decided to go ahead and start the second one. So I've gotten that much of the leg done on the second sock. And this is, I think it's called Garnet Heather, or maybe just Garnet. And it is the Knit Picks Stroll Tweed sock yarn. It's a gorgeous color. I actually have a pair of socks made out of this for myself. And I will say that they are super comfy. I wore them the other day. So that's one of my whips. And my little hedgehog bag by Ginger Snap That. And that other bag was a Game of Thrones bag by Ginger Snap That. I have another tangled mess. It's because I have too many projects in one bag. Okay. So here are my March hippo socks. And what I've actually done is I've made these socks before, but I sold them. So I'm taking the leftover yarn, and that's not all I have. This is just one ball. And I weighed it, and I split it in half, and I'm making myself these Hippo for Easter socks, is the speckled yarn. And then the cuff, heels, and then the toe will be made out of Lolodidit Wonka. This colorway is Wonka. And this is Lolodidit also. The Lolodidit Hippo for Easter 2019. So this will be my March sock, even though I know Easter is in April this year. This is going to be my March sock for my box of Hippo socks. And I'm really liking those. I'm on the foot part now. And really hoping that that's going to be enough for my foot, because this is the first ball, and then I have the other ball hiding down in here. And my next work in progress, I have another tangled mess. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear my neighbor doing yard work. They decided, I guess, it was now an appropriate time to do yard work. I am working on Lane socks, and I am also on the foot, or into the foot. I've been on the foot for a couple of rows, but this is going to be Lane's sock that I've been promising for a long time. And that yarn is, hold on, I know it's Cascade Heritage Prints. Here we go. In the colorway 21. And I like the Cascade prints because it shows you like how it's gonna, sort of how it's gonna work up. I like that a lot. And that yarn is pretty soft to work with also. But I think it's cute. And he wanted blues and greens, so it's got different shades of blues and greens in it. I hope he likes it. Sorry guys, I'm going to try to get my stuff put away as I go, so I don't have a huge mess to clean up once I'm done talking. Okay. My next work in progress is another sock. There's a challenge going on called Sock Challenge 2020, and it's by, you can find it on Instagram. Julianne Knitter is doing the challenge, and the challenge is to knit a pair of socks in a week. Pretty sure I can do it. I think, if I remember correctly, the fastest I've ever knit a pair of socks has been 5 days. So, yesterday was the start date. My needles are hooked on a box. Yesterday was the start date, and I actually worked on my Hippo socks and Lane socks the majority of the day yesterday, and finally cast these on last night. So here is my sock challenge socks in the Knit Picks colorway Raspberry Beret. My mom gave me some of this for Christmas, and so did my husband. So I actually have enough to make probably 2 adult-sized pairs of socks, and probably could make maybe a 3rd pair, or I could make my daughter Avery, who's my 10-year-old, some socks. Or maybe one of my girls that have smaller feet might be able to do that. So, there's that so far. I've got the cuff done. I just started on the leg of the sock. I don't know if I'll get them done or not. But I'm going to give it a go. Try my best to get that done. Oh, that was Knit Picks Felici yarn also. I know I said it was Knit Picks yarn in the colorway, but I forgot to mention what kind of yarn it is. My next project, and I'm not so sure I've gotten a lot done on this since our last podcast. I kind of put it aside and haven't worked on it too much, but it is one of my scrappy blankets. Let's see, it actually goes this way. And the pattern that I'm somewhat following is the memory blanket pattern by Georgie Nicolson. And the reason why I say somewhat following it is because I believe hers is in DK, and I'm using fingerling weight yarn. Sorry, guys. I think it's just going to be a thing. I'm going to sneeze on my podcast. Can't help it. Anyway, I've added a square of Wonka. I've added a square of Pucker. This is another square of OMG Unicorns, which is down on my first row. Right there. I can't remember if I had Hermione in there last time or not. Ugh, hair. I kind of put this aside because I've been working on socks, and more socks. But in that, also, I have freed up some yarn that I can put in my blanket, so, which is another thing, because I can't decide. I can't decide if I want to use yarn starting from 2019 and 2020 and just put those in this blanket, or if I want to go back and pull other sock weight yarn from years before and put that also in this blanket. So I'm kind of trying to figure that out. And also, I used a lot of the Felici yarn before, and I am making those scrappy socks, which I have not worked on in weeks. So that's taking away some of the yarn from my other memory blanket. But my other memory blanket, I've put in yarn from various people that I go to knitting group with, or people who have sent me mini skeins and that kind of thing. This is strictly going to be yarn I've used. So I haven't decided on that. That's still up in the air. And I just realized I forgot to grab one of the projects that I am working on. But to be honest, I think I've only done 2 rows on it since our last podcast. And that's my covered shawl by Alicia Plummer in the Berroco Vintage pumpkin colorway, to go with my Year of Alicia that I'm doing. Anyway, so that is all of my finished objects, my works in progress. So now I will move along to what's up next. What is up next is a couple of things. I'm going to do another hippo sock that will be my April sock for my box of socks. I am several socks behind on sock making for my regular box of socks. So I'm going to do... Well, the raspberry beret socks will go into that box too. So that really will only put me about a month behind. So I'm going to pair up the Hermione's. And I'm really hoping I have enough. I weighed it the other day and it's kind of like, I may not. This is another pair of socks I made. The yarn is Nomadic yarns, Hermione colorway. And I sold these. the original pair that I made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Knit Picks Stroll Fingering Dove Heather and pair it up with this, and the grays match perfectly. And I'm going to make this the cuffs, heels, and toes. And then this will be the body of the sock. So I'm hoping that if I do that, I will have enough to have two pairs, or not two pairs, but a pair of socks. And, sorry guys, I gotta shift around here. The other thing of what will be next is I am trying to narrow down for my Year of Alicia Plummer knit along thing that I'm doing. Not really a knit along, it's a challenge that I'm challenging myself with. I'm trying to narrow it down between a hat or a pair of gloves, either fingerless or just some mitts. I can't decide. I may end up casting them both on because I need a March and an April project to go with that. And then of course I've got Avery's socks to make to match my Organized Chaos yarn socks. And that may be it. I wanted to participate in, I can't remember exactly how it's worded, but March, Malabrigo March, but we're halfway through March, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get to participate in that or not. Haven't started any Malabrigo projects. I did get some yarn that I'm going to show you, and I do have a ton of yarn. I might cast on a sweater. Andrea Mowry is having a knit along right now on any of her sweaters, and I have been wanting to make the Weekender for a long time, and I have the yarn for it. I just need to wind it and cast it on. So I might do that for Malabrigo March, because Malabrigo March, the point is to see how much you can cast on, not finish. And the sweater knit along goes on for a while. I'm doing several knit alongs. I'm doing one that is a year long with the Crazy Sock Lady and Julianne that is to use your stash. And they do themes, and I think each theme lasts for 3 months. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But the starting theme is socks, so I've been working on socks from my stash and trying to get those put in there. We'll see. Like I said, I'm doing lots of different challenges and knit-alongs and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and I just remembered the Forest City Knit Girls. They have a sock challenge, a sock knit-along that just started yesterday also. So I can put in my Raspberry Beret socks. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it for what's up next, but who knows, I might get a wild hair and just start casting on all the things. Or, how about this? I actually finished some of the stuff that are on needles, like my big stuff, like cardigans and hats. We'll see. Alright, moving along to mail call. Guys, I have gone crazy buying yarn, and I have decided that I cannot buy any more yarn. I have way too much yarn in this house. When we were making room for the couch, I filled 2 big bins of yarn. I have several small bins. I have bags. I have a duffel bag that I'm looking at right now that's full of yarn. Just way too much. So I am not allowed to buy any more yarn. So this yarn that I show today, unless I forget something, should be all of my mail call yarn unless people send me yarn. Actually, I lied. I signed up to do a, I actually have two that I do. I do Knit Crate every month, which I am still debating on whether I want to cancel that or not. I probably will, to be honest. And then I signed up to do what Lolodidit is calling, I think it's called Hippo for Little Celebrations.
What is it?
And I'm getting ready to show you that yarn. So if you do not have your March Hippo for Celebration yarn, you are going to need to skip ahead, because I'm going to show that, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I put it on my Instagram, but I put it in black and white. So I wouldn't spoil it for anybody. I will tell you when to look away if you don't want to be spoiled. If you don't want it spoiled. She's got it wrapped up in tissue paper, so it's a big surprise when you open it up. Okay, get ready. Look away. The name of this is Mani-Pedi Day. So Hippo for Mani-Pedi Day. Isn't that cute? I'm excited because I have been trying to do her Hippo for knit along for quite a while now. So I obviously love that yarn. Sorry for the crinkling. I won't put it back in the bag. I'll just set it aside. So anyway, you can look now. You can look back. So that is that. And then my Knit Crate came the other day. And I, on the other podcast, had talked about how I was thinking about canceling it because I kept getting all these blah colors. Like very, not neutral, but just blah. So I got my Knit Crate the other day in the mail. And this is a little reusable tea bag that you can put your tea down and then steep it. I'm not a tea drinker, but thought that was cute. I might send that to my oldest daughter. And then I got this. Can you see the sparkle in that? There you go. You can catch it right down here. So this is the yarn that came in my sock crate for March. And it's 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina. And I love blues, so that was perfect. And that's why I'm kind of torn as to whether or not I should keep that. But honestly, I have so much yarn, I think that I just need to cancel it and continue using up my yarn. That way I'm not getting 2 skeins of yarn in the mail every month. Because I'm not going to cancel the Lolodidit subscription. I love her yarn. I will definitely use it. So I'm not going to cancel that. Alright. Let's see. Oh! I just found another work in progress. My 7th dishcloth. I am way behind on my dishcloths. I just have not had dishcloth mojo. So, but as long as I finish 52 this year, I'm good. Right? Right. I hear the mail truck. Alright. So, I'm going to apologize right now for all of the crinkling. Because there will be a lot. Alright. So, a while back, I ordered This was in February, because this was mailed out February 14th. So, it has been a long time since I podcast. And I know I mentioned already that I'm trying to try new yarns. So, I ordered this from Woolberry. And it was one of her Valentine's colorways. Just absolutely loved it. It just reminds me of like spring flowers, to be honest. It reminds me more of spring flowers than Valentine's-y. But it's called Berry Sock Set. And it is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And the colorway is... Oh. Okay, the colorway is Be Mine. It feels so good. I really wanted to wind it up and cast it on, but I want to show you guys first. And then I'm also trying to work my way through my stash for the knit-along that one of the knit-alongs I'm doing. I'm running out of places to put stuff, guys. A while back, in February also, I ordered a skein of yarn from Molly at a Homespun House, and when she mailed it, and when I looked at the tracking, it was going nowhere. It showed that it was just sitting there. So I gave it a little while, and then I emailed Molly, and she sent me out a replacement skein, and I got it like 3 days later, 2 days later, something crazy like that. It came super fast. And I'm trying to open it the wrong end. So, sorry for the crinkling. I have my first Homespun House yarn. Oops. And this colorway was not the original colorway I ordered. Robert is actually the one who emailed me, and he said that they didn't have any more of that colorway in the, sorry guys, in the base that I ordered it in, and would I like to pick another one, or would I like a full refund? Well, I really wanted to try her yarn, so I gave him a list of like 5 or 6 colors to pick from and surprise me. So this is the one I got in the mail, and it's called After All This Time, and it is a 80-20 blend, so 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and I am absolutely loving all the colors in it. Sorry, my son came in here. They're all a little thrown off being home from school for 2 weeks. Anyway, so thank you, Molly and Robert, for awesome customer service. This yarn is super squishy, super soft. I am absolutely going to love it. I just know it. So, here's that. I'm not going to put it away because too much crinkling. I ordered also a while back, because it takes her a while to make it and get it, sent out. Usually I think it's about 3 weeks. I ordered from Nomadic yarns. I really like her yarn. She's the one who had the Hermione's colorway. And I've also ordered, oh my gosh, Professor McGonagall from her. So I have that in my stash to use, which will be probably cast on soon. But anyway, I ordered Dobby's a Free Elf. Dobby, not Dobby. Sorry. Nomadic yarns. The little cards are so cute. Little sheep. Ow! Stop. Sorry, I have one of mine messing with my feet. So So that's not a new to me yarn, but I saw that colorway and fell in love and had to have it. I'm sorry guys, I know I keep saying I'm not gonna put these away, but I am like running out of room over here in my little corner of the couch. And so another new to me indie dyer is Legacy Fiber Arts. I have been watching Sue and Chelsea for quite a while. Every time they show some of their yarn on the podcast, I love it. So I decided I had to have some. And I ordered this, like, and within hours it had shipped. So I was truly amazed.
Siffy, somebody left your door open and Siffy was laying on your side of the bed.
My 16-year-old just told me that somebody had left my door open and the dog was laying on my side of the bed. For those of you guys who do not know, I'm allergic to our dogs and cats. So they're not allowed in my room. I guess Sophie decided that she should be allowed in there. And now her and Bear are fighting. Anyway, Legacy Fiber Arts, I ordered dragon eggs too. I love it. And I don't know if this is Game of Thrones related or what, but there are dragon eggs in Game of Thrones. So, anyway, I just love the colors in this. I thought it was gorgeous. Cannot wait to use it. Super squishy. I got their Steel Toes base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And then I also got autumn leaves, which you guys, look at this. Does that not scream autumn bonfires, leaves, just all the stuff I love about autumn. And this is also in the Steel Toes colorway, or base. Love it. Super happy. Cannot wait to skein it up and cast it on. Alright. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of space. Okay. Then I went to, when I took my mom vacation, that Sunday I went to 2 of my yarn shops that I like. And I just realized I do not have one of the skeins to show you from that yarn shop. And it's not anywhere near where I can make somebody grab it for me. So I bought one skein of yarn from Laughing Sheep, which is a local yarn shop. And I don't know where I have put that. Like I said, I had to rearrange my living room. Anyway, so then I went to Magpie Knits, which is in downtown Charlottesville. And they had this marked down either 50 or 60% off. And I can't remember. And I had to have it, because you cannot pass up yarn on a sale. Or I can't. But look at this. This is going to make some cool looking socks. And the reason why I showed you that is because I have no idea how to pronounce the name of these socks. So I got this one, which is 75.25, and the color is 1013. What's up with all these numbers, people? And I also got this skein. which, oh my word. So this is hand painted yarn, which is 75 superwash wool, 25% nylon. But look at that. I mean, gorgeous. I'm a sucker for blues, guys. I love blues, which you're going to see in just a second just how much, because this next set. So this is the Malabrigo sock that I mentioned earlier. I have been wanting to do a couple of different shawls that have 2 colors, 3 colors, and I spotted this. That is just gorgeous. And then I spotted this. And then I spotted this. I mean, how gorgeous is that going to be? And I think the speckles in this, I mean, I just think that, sorry, tags are in the way. This pulls out the pink in this, and this blue pulls out the blue speckles just beautifully. So I'm thinking this is going to become a shawl. I saw a shawl, and now I can't remember the name of it, that uses 3 colors. It came out literally like the Monday after I had bought that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to turn that into that shawl. Then I get this thing from Knitpicks telling me that their Felici is on sale. And I love it. I have an entire bin of Felici yarn, you guys. But the thing is they take away these colors and then they bring them back, and it's usually like twice a year. So I decided that I needed to stock up. And I didn't order all of the colorways. There were a couple I was like, I don't know if I like that too much. So I left those for somebody else. But I ordered myself this little pen, which says, "All you knit is love." You're not going to be able to see it. There we go. No glare. It was on clearance, and I thought, why not? And then I got me some of this gorgeous Rose Garden colorway. I'm just going to set these back down in the box as I pull them out of this plastic wrap. I got Whale Song. This one's called Test Pattern. This one is Summer Camp. Oops. This one is called Drama Club. Then I got Endless Summer, which, guys, once I knit these up, I think I'm going to take the pink out of this and put it in my scrappy socks that I'm doing. I haven't fully decided on that one. And then this one's called Thunderstruck. So I think I got all of the colorways except for two. They had one called Hamburger, and I kind of went back and forth with that one, but I decided I didn't want to get that one. And then they had another one, and I can't remember the name of it. But when I looked at the closer up picture, I wasn't in love with that colorway either. So I skipped it. And then I decided, and then I kind of got mad about this because after I ordered this, the rest of their sock yarn went on sale. Thanks, Knit Picks. Why can't you just put it all on sale at once? Guys, this is gorgeous. I really am loving this tweed, stroll tweed, and this one's called Lavender Filled Heather. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is my favorite because this is so close to Kentucky Blue. And those of you who know me know that I am a huge Kentucky basketball fan, which I am so sad that March Madness got canceled. I completely understand it, so I'm not going to complain, but sad, because that's the only sport I watch on TV. So this is called Lapis, I believe. Lapis. And I'm going to make me some Kentucky Tweety socks out of it. That's all I got from Knit Picks. I'm not done yet. I told you guys, I have to be stopped. I am not even getting on any yarn websites that I can order yarn from. I'm just not. Because I have too much yarn. And I need to work my way through my stash. And like my mom said, I should pick out a pattern and then go shopping in my yarn stash. Because I will save all kinds of money doing that. Sorry for the crinkling. You're going to hear more crinkling. And I'm going to apologize. So, Lolodidit. I love your yarn, Lauren. Absolutely adore it. And I ordered this skein. And this is called Little Darlin'. So springy. I ordered Shamrock. So the reason why I ordered Shamrock is because I want to knit some St. Patrick's Day socks. So I think what I'm going to do is, I have several ideas because I have sock yarn left over from last year of the Hippo for St. Patrick's Day, I think. 2019. And I just need heels, toes, and cuffs to go with that, and I can get another pair of socks out of it. So I think I'm going to do that and make a pair of socks. Then I want to use this and use leftover speckled yarn for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And this also goes with this, which is Hippo for St. Patty's Day 2020. Look at that. Gold, green. Perfect. Bam. Perfect. Then I ordered her new color, Cherry Blossoms, which is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I ordered a little Lolo Princess Peach to go with it. But now that I have it, I don't like how it goes together. And maybe once I unwind the skein, maybe I'll see more peach, but I just don't see a lot of peach in this. So I don't think those go well together. However, I did order another little Lolo in Pinky Tuscaro. I can't even say the last name. And I think that goes well together. So I might pair these two. I might just use this and put this with something else at a later time. And then I also got, oh my gosh, this is so pretty, you guys. Tiny Dancer. And I think the Princess Peach goes well with that. And I also think that that pink goes really well with that. So, I don't know. I got stuff to play around with, regardless. And that is everything I got in the mail or at the knitting stores, except for the one skein that, not sure what bag I put it in. Sorry, I have been sleeping terribly. Anyway, so I have tons and tons and tons and tons and more tons of yarn to use up. I will have plenty to knit while I'm in this house for 2 weeks with my children. I also have so many quilts to make, so many project bags, because I bought more stuff than what I showed in my quilt festival video that I did. I then went to Joann's and I found all sorts of cute fabrics, lots of bee fabrics, flamingos, all sorts of cute stuff that I did not show. And since this episode is almost an hour long, I am not going to show them this time around. I might do a separate video, or I might just make them the bags and then show you them. Anyway, so I have talked your ear off and I have rambled on enough. I'm going to get off here and, what time is it? Fix my kids some lunch and rearrange my living room and put my curtains up and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to get back to knitting on my sock. So, hopefully my next video will not be 3 weeks later. I'm off this week. I'm off next week. I will try to get another video up either Sunday or Monday. And then again the following Sunday or Monday. And hopefully I get back on track. Anyway, I hope you guys are being safe. And I hope that you guys stay healthy. This whole coronavirus thing is just crazy. But I think we're pretty set. I didn't hoard stuff. I wasn't one of those people that wiped out shelves, but I did. I mean, we're a family of 7. I did buy what we would need to last us, 2 or 3 weeks, just in case. We are planning on staying put. We have plenty of movies. We have plenty of books. I have plenty of yarn. I have plenty of fabric. All the kids know how to knit except for my son, and I will be more than happy during this break to teach him how to knit if he still wants to learn. He's kind of on the iffy side now. We've got plenty of cleaning. We've got our dogs to entertain us. We've got games. So I think we're pretty set. I know that we will get cabin fever. Maybe we'll take this time to teach our pup how to walk on a leash. Get out and take several walks ourselves. But I'm not going into any grocery stores. We've canceled. Both of my knitting groups have been canceled. I canceled one of them because I'm in charge of that one. I just want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to just be and stay healthy. Anyway, I am rambling, and I'm rambling bad. So I'm going to let you all go. But have a wonderful rest of this week in whatever crafts you do. And stay safe. Bye, guys.